What are toric lenses? So this is all about astigmatism. Now, in order to understand astigmatism, it's all about the cornea, the clear window at the front of the eye. And that is the first focusing point for the light. The lens inside the eye, which goes clouded, hence you develop a cataract, that actually fine-tunes the focus onto the retina, but the main focusing point is the cornea. And if you have a magnifying glass with a nice spherical front and back, you can focus the image nicely. If you imagine that magnifying glass is now more rugby ball shaped, then you really can't get a decent focus, and that is what astigmatism is. You can mimic astigmatism by pressing on the eye and everything goes a little bit more blurry. If you have astigmatism of more than one, and we use this measurement of the diopter, so if you have more than 1D of astigmatism, then after the surgery, if you have ordinary surgery, and remember ordinary is not inferior, but ordinary straightforward surgery, then you will still be reliant on spectacles afterwards because your astigmatism will stay. When you go privately, then you have the option of a toric lens. And the toric lens is a rugby ball shaped lens that we put into the eye. So if you imagine your cornea is rugby ball shaped that way, we put a rugby ball shaped lens that way, which effectively corrects for that, and then you can get good unaided distance vision. And that means that hopefully you wake up in the morning, you don't need your spectacles on, you can drive without specs on. We can enhance that further by using a toric enhanced monofocal lens, which is the lens that I prefer, and that should give you distance vision, intermediate vision, and some degree of functional near vision without spectacles on. So the hope, never any guarantee, but the hope would be that you can wake up, you don't have to wear specs all day, phone, dashboard, computer, driving, labels, menus without spectacles on. But realistically, if you're going to read really fine print or sit down and read properly, then some cheap and cheaper reading spectacles should sort it out for you. But the astigmatism is key, and certainly if you have more than one, you need to think about toric lenses. But equally, if you have above 0.75, then sometimes it's worth using a toric lens. But you discuss it with me or whichever surgeon you see, and they'll hopefully be able to advise you. Rotation of lenses is one key thing. If you imagine we put it in a very specific angle, and if it rotates more than 5 degrees, it starts messing up the visual quality. So it's really important that in the early stages after that surgery, you don't head bang or run around a lot, because we really don't want that lens to move. But if it does move, then we can push it back again. But you know, that's another operation going into the eye which we want to avoid.